Mickey Mouse pins today, all in one day. I know from that, I know some of those will be for personal use, and I know they haven't all come from sales out there, but whichever way it is, you sell product. And whilst you sell product, we will keep providing it. So anyway, Sherpa hoodies, 6 brand new designs. I haven't got all of them to show you. There's some really quirky designs in there, and they're very colourful, more colourful than before, certainly more colourful than that purple vegetable. And we do believe they're going to sell the same prices and everything else. The other thing that people have been asking for, and we try and provide you what you ask for. We don't always get it right, but we try and give you what you want and help you encourage to tell us what you want and what your customers want so we can get it. So the one thing at this time of year, of course, is diaries. So of course, as you know, we have various personalization machines. So we've got 2 diaries coming out this week, in fact. So that's one of them, a 2024 diary. It's page per view, page per day. And that's coming out, and that's going to be initials. It says MSK on that one, if you can see. I'm not sure who MSK is, but that's going to be personalized. They're going to be a very good price point, and I think we'll sell lots of this. Again, coming in 2 colors. That's the first color, and that's the second color. The 2 colors. I'm colorblind. I couldn't tell you what color these are. In the same way, I didn't know that thing was purple down there. So these are 2 colors. They're going to be embossed with initials. That's one size, and then there's this size as well. And these are going to be priced to sell. And when I say price to sell, I mean price to sell. As you noticed, the Christmas trio candles last week, they sold out in about 2 days. And we did have almost all of the stock that was available. So we are trying to get some more, but these things are priced to sell. So this will be this week. There's also something called a Nordic blanket throw that we're introducing into the fold, and they are huge blankets throws. I haven't got pictures of the design because they haven't been given to us yet, but that will be this week. They're arriving this week, I do believe. 2 beautiful designs, but they also have that Sherpa backing, and that very soft material, same as these hoodies. They have that Sherpa backing. They're huge blanket throws. So instead of wearing the blanket, you basically, I suspect, wrap yourself and anybody else you want in it, around it, in it, and stay warm, I guess. But those, again, are going to be priced to sell in the same way the Teddy Fleece throws that we introduced on Friday. Again, you sold those in multiples throughout the business. And it wasn't even a cold weekend when people were generally thinking about the temperature dropping. We had a little burst of autumn sunshine, but you still sold fleece bedding, and you sold it in multiples. So we've been sending that out today. Many of you will be receiving those orders tomorrow. Again, brilliant quality product. So watch out for Nordic blanket throws, and that's in 2 designs this week. Now, quickly on to VivaMK World Deals. Now, if you don't know what a world deal is, it's basically products that we sell at less than 50% of the price. So whatever you find them in catalogs at a given price, when they enter the world deal category, it's because they're end of line. We can no longer sell them. They're not in a catalogue. We've tried selling them everywhere at every kind of sale. So we've had to knock the price right down, just a little above cost. And because the prices have dropped so low, it was very difficult to then pay back-end commission on that, because then we'd obviously be at a loss, and no business sells anything to make a loss. Now, after many conversations with some of you, Raymond, you didn't let me go on this for months and months and months, and you're absolutely right. I had some conversations with Kate at the weekend. I'm going to drop deals altogether after period 11. And I'll tell you why. I think it was a good idea to shift stock at very, very, very low prices. But it starts getting confusing when you've got 99% of your products that offer full commission front and back, then you've got these few here that don't. Now, for the people who aren't bothered about the sales plan, they'll buy that stock, but then it messes your figures up. So it's very difficult to calculate where your sales are. So that's going to be scrapped at the end of period 11. We can't scrap it in the middle because then it will ruin the numbers already in there. So that will be scrapped, and we'll go back to temporarily, so we have all this stock. We have a lot of stock that is end of line. We can't do anything with it. We're not going to do what previous companies did and sell it all to the pound shops, because then you'll just find it in local pound shops. We can't do that. We tried that trick years ago, it didn't work. The only way around it is probably have mystery boxes. Just pile them all into boxes and cut down prices just for your personal use. Those can't carry much commission, of course, because they're next to nothing. So instead of world deals, we will go back to just giving you random leftover items, all good quality, of course, all perfect condition and quality, but just through mystery boxes rather than deals. And that will simplify what our offer is. You have the catalog products, they're just normal everyday catalog products. Then you have the world active products, which are online only. So for example, the Nordic blanket throws will be active products because they're just online. And then you have, every now and again, you'll have a sale, but the sale will always carry front and back end commission. I don't really want to have any more products that don't carry this back end commission, no matter how cheap we have to sell them. We only did that to try and cover costs. Anyway, it's done with now, and thank you for those that encouraged that thought to do that, because I think you're right. No, I know you're right. That's why we're scrapping it. So on to the New Year showcase. Back to the Doubletree Hilton in Coventry on the 3rd of February 2024. It does seem a long way away, but you know what? It will upon us very quickly. The reason I'm telling you now is because we'll be launching that this month in October, and we'll launch that, of course, with a discount code to get a discount off accommodation at the Hilton. So watch out for that. That will be in the next few weeks before the end of October. So I mentioned period 10 recognition. Period 10 was a phenomenal period for us. And it was phenomenal, not just because of the volume, but because of activity across the entire board. It's okay having little groups that are doing well. That's fantastic. I'll never disagree with that. But there's nothing better than continuous activity and progress across the board of your business. There's literally not in a single group that didn't have considerable and substantial activity going on within their legs of business. And that's a good place to be. But even more important than that, every sale is important and every recognition is important. But what's really good is when you have new people or relatively new people making progress. And that has been very, very good throughout period 10. We had relatively new people, or in some cases brand new people, having a form of success in the business, whatever that is. And there is no benchmark to measure success on. There is no benchmark. To us, success is a new person coming in and putting one order in. To me, that's success. If you sponsored somebody, one person, and they come and put an order in, they activate their account, that is success. So we've had a lot of that in period 10. And of course, in period 10, there was a number of people that qualified for VIP VMK status, which is consistent retail throughout the year, to which they win various rewards. We had one brand new gold VIP, and I'd just like to take this opportunity to thank them for their growth in the business, the support they offer, for helping me change my mind many times when I might be on the wrong path. And that's Tom and Kate Forbes. Congratulations, gold VIPs for 2023. Fantastic achievement. We also have some VMK VIPs who achieve consistent retail month in, month out throughout the year. And that's quite a way to go. So congratulations to Robert Bradbeer and Christine Garside Neville. Fantastic growth in the business and always supporting us. Francis Clark. Francis, it's always lovely to see your name on and around the business and all the orders and encouragement you give us. So congratulations to you. Nigel Lalong, again, congratulations. Mark Clay, you've done it as well. VMK VIP. And finally, for period 10, David Cadman. Our VMK VIP numbers are increasing dramatically. I don't think I'll get to the point where we'll run out of capacity at the hotel, but the numbers are increasing. And that's fantastic. See what I mean about progress across the board? We have had progress from people and names that we haven't recognized ourselves, and that's always a fantastic place to be, that new people are creating new business. So we have some first time Star 4000s as well, so congratulations to you. Phenomenal level to achieve in the business for the first time ever. And the reason it's important to mention this because it carries extra bonuses with it. So we have 3 first time Star 4000s. Nikki and Matt James, congratulations to you and your ever growing Mighty Oaks team. Stuart Pike and Magella Fox, always fantastic to see you growing the business. Congratulations to you two. And of course, Pauline Bailey and Dave Barnard, who also run VivaMK Printing and do a phenomenal task of getting that together and a lot of the background stuff that you use in the business. Congratulations to all of you. We have one new starter star incentive winner, and that was to be new in the business and achieve VivaMK Star for 3 consecutive periods. And the reward for that was hotel luxury hotel stay for 2 nights. I nearly said 2 weeks then. That would be a hell of a prize. But anyway, Alicia Jada, congratulations to you for achieving New Starter Star Incentive winner, the first one to achieve that since the incentive started a few months ago. So great results there. There's lots more recognition. That's just a small snippet of some of the things that have been happening. These ones in particular, because they all carry extra rewards outside of our normal compensation plan. That's why it's worth mentioning them separately. But there is a lot of recognition, period, and you will see that. One of the things I love about our business is we don't have to talk about numbers. We don't have to talk about growth. And as you noted, I very rarely do, because you do that. That's what you do. So you'll see your names, you'll see the recognition, you recognize each other, and that's far more important than the company doing it, because every company brags about growth and progress and numbers and how they got 6 billion products. They may only sell 2, but they've got 6 billion products. I don't particularly like doing that. The only things I like to talk about is service and fulfillment. The recognition of these people is phenomenal. You see a lot more of that over the coming days, but nothing's more powerful than you people recognizing each other. That's where the power of this business lies. Not in what we do, but what you put together. But talking of results, of course, it was the end of September not long ago, which gives us 9 months of figures, so 3 quarters, Q1 to Q3. And we always like to, at the end of every quarter, give you some of the numbers, how you've contributed to the business. So this week, and there are some very impressive numbers. And the great thing about those numbers is they're real numbers. They're what you're doing. They're the people you're bringing in. This isn't a company sitting back and talking, bleating on about their own growth or their own progress or their own profits. This is your numbers and the people you bring in. So you'll get Q1 to Q3 results. Some of them are very, very impressive. So congratulations to all of you. Like I've always said, whether you've put in one order, you've brought in one person, or you've done none of that and you've just encouraged somebody. Every little ounce of it makes a bloody difference in a business like ours. It makes a massive difference. I don't care what you've done. If you've done something, that's worthwhile and that's brilliant. So, like I've said, as usual, there is a lot going on in the business at the moment. those aren't the only new products coming your way. Um, we're exceptionally busy, but as you know, we're here to serve you as much as we possibly can because this is a partnership, like I've always said, and it always will be a partnership. Um, and normally at the time of a Zoom, you send me multiple questions that you'd like answering. Some of them are usually better that I answer you direct, and which I have done personally, emailed you back some of them. So we get those that are more personal to you and not necessary for everybody. Then we get some very silly questions, and I don't mind those either. And I obviously answer those, but obviously not publicly because I'm a shy guy. There is that. And then, of course, there's the universal questions. Now, it must be a while now since I really banged on about catalogs. Now, we're building our online side of the business, giving you as many new products that we possibly can get, the ones we know will sell. Just like those Mickey Mouse tins, that's a phenomenal number in just a matter of hours, like the trio of candles and products like that. But somebody dare ask me again about catalogs, which is fine. Maybe they're fairly new in business. So for the benefit of everybody listening, as much as we're trying to grow our world active online presence, our foundation is catalogs and it will always be there. Um, I don't know how many times I have to say that, but I'll be forgiving this time because there are lots of new people in the business. Recently, in the last 4 or 5 weeks, we've had a lot of catalog people join as well as online active people join, so across the board. Um, but the thing about the catalog people joining, I have a funny suspicion they're from other businesses that have maybe started to play down their catalog production. That's the feeling I get. I don't know any of the people, and I'm making a huge assumption. But based on the questions a couple of them have asked about relying on catalogs and building catalogs and keeping catalogs, I suspect they may be involved in other organizations that may now be tempering down the whole catalog thing. I mean, don't get me wrong, catalog production and catalog print is an extortionate cost. Sometimes it's hard to believe how much they've raised the price, all saying that paper costs across the world have gone up, and paper costs have gone up. But catalogs are our foundation. It's what all of us have worked on for years in head office. Most of the people that work here with me have come from catalog production. That's why they're here. So to answer the question to those people that have recently joined, we are never going to walk away from catalogs, but we will be aggressively, that's a good word, aggressively building the online status of our business. It's never been an easy one for us to build because that's not where our experience was. But we've employed people that know where that is, and I take counsel from many of you that are so good at doing what you do. And I will be continuing to take that counsel from you, and we will continue to build that side of a business in a market that is very, very orientated to speed and service. And that's where we've got to get stronger. Um, the other question people have been asking, which I thought I might answer publicly rather than personally sending a message, is about, I guess, people in other businesses and what approach you can make. You know what my view on that is. I'll give you a great example. I had somebody once again contact me out of the blue, somebody I've known in the past. They were still a Facebook acquaintance. I wouldn't quite go as far as friends, but they were a Facebook acquaintance and suddenly popped up out the blue. And I knew what was coming. How are you? How have you been? How are things? I was thinking, well, if you have a look, you'll know how things are. You don't have to ask me. But anyway, I'll give you a little bit of rope if you want it. And then boom, have you heard of insert any business name? I won't tell you what business. And it was a he this time, basically said, you can make a lot of money in this business and travel the world. So I thought, I'll play along. I said to him, lying, of course, I said, I've got a lot of money. I already travel the world. He said, yes, but you can have more money. I said, what, more money on the money I've already got? Travel more than I'm already traveling? He said, yes, this company you can do it all in. So that commentary continued. The point of this is that that's not the approach I appreciate, not being made to me. Now, I can't tell you guys what to do, but I've always been against deliberately approaching people that are working in another organization. Let them be the vultures. Let's not fall down that rabbit hole. It's just not something neither is. I mean, there is not one person listening now that hasn't been approached by a monkey like that. Not one of you have not been approached today in the marketplace when people are desperate out there, desperate for you to join their businesses. They don't even take consideration of what your current circumstances might be. If this chimp had decided to even look at my Facebook, you'd know that I'm already involved in a business. So why try and peddle your business onto me? Especially when I used to work there once upon a time. Anyway, that might have given it away. Anyway, the point is, so the question that I got asked was, what's our approach? Well, you know what? I don't have an approach, and I can't tell you how to approach, but what I can say, if you're going to do that, don't do it like that. Don't make friends with people and then hit them with the insert business name, you can make all the money in the world and travel the world and all that bullshit. It doesn't wash anymore. It just doesn't. So, if somebody approaches you, yes, you can tell them about business, speak to friends, and do the advertising that you do. By the numbers we've got coming into the business today, you're certainly doing something right. And, once the people are in, we will try and get them involved in the ethos of our business. And that ethos does not work like that. It just doesn't. It's never going to work when somebody out of the blue suddenly tries to sell you something. It almost transported me back to the dark ages when, in the early years of network marketing, yes, I am old, in the early years of network marketing, that used to be the approach. What's going to be next? Stick the foot into your door and not let you close it? I mean, what happens next? So I don't know if I've answered that question. I can't remember what the question exactly was, but I would say cold calling people like that, trying to be friends, is a very old-fashioned and particularly horrible way of trying to attract people into what you do. And I don't want us to be tarred with that brush. And if this chimp actually knew anything about me, he would know, now that I've given away, that I used to work in that organization once on the corporate side, and why I'd now be interested in going back and working with them again when I'm already part of the team that runs this organization. Anyway, enough of that. So, going forward, we'll let you know about what's coming out next, catalog-wise and product-wise. I think I've taken enough of your time already. I always want to take an opportunity to thank you for everything you're doing and all the encouragement you're giving in every single way or form. Not only where the business is concerned, but in all areas. Your encouragement and your support is like nothing I've ever known in my entire corporate career. I've never known it. And this is a place that I wanted us to be, that I could honestly and genuinely say I've never known anything like it. So long may it continue. It's only the beginning of our season. It's going to get better and better and better this year, because collectively that's what we're here for, to try and make that happen. Remember, we're only here because you're there. So thank you for listening. Don't ever hesitate to ask anything you want to. I know we don't have open mic Zooms because when there's so many people listening, they don't always work and they're very hard to control, and certainly to keep to half an hour. One day we'll have an open mic Zoom and you can say what the hell you want, but not for the moment. I haven't got that kind of confidence. So anyway, thank you for listening. And I guess we'll speak again in about 4 weeks when I'll give you more things going on in the business, tell you more progress, and watch out for all the amazing Period 10 recognition coming your way. That's not us, that's what you do. So thank you, and I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye bye.